Alright all, welcome back to Beanie's Hobbies, and in this video we're going to be doing an unboxing of this new Creality Sermoon V1 3D printer. Now I just want to give a quick shout out and a massive thank you to Technology Outlet for sending me this printer for review. So without their continued support of the channel, I wouldn't be able to bring these videos to you. So yes, big thank you to those. I am going to leave some links down below in the description for you guys, some discount codes, and also leave my affiliate link. So any purchases made through that link on Technology Outlet's website will also help grow the channel a bit further. So without further ado, let's get this thing unboxed. Now this printer is supposed to be ready to go out of the box, no bed leveling, no assembly, print straight away. So be quite interesting to see if that is true. We shall be finding out very shortly. So it's quite a big heavy box. So inside this I'm expecting to find a pre-built, ready installed, ready to go printer. Okay, so on top of the box we have user manual, we have a blue piece of plastic, power cord, a UK power adapter, tools, glue stick, SD card, tube of grease, Allen keys and jamming needle. Also have a small spool of PLA. Okay, so the printer is all enclosed in plastic, with a big air pocket all the way around to protect it. So I'm going to pull this printer out of the box and get the printer onto the table. Okay, so first impressions of this thing, guys, it is quite solid and well built. Compared to the original Sermoon, it's obviously shrunk in size, but it is fully enclosed. A lot of tape and plastic covering everything, so I'm going to need to go ahead and peel that off. Now this is equipped with a Sprite direct drive extruder, which should be quite interesting to look at. So we'll see the difference between the Sprite direct drive in this Sermoon V1 compared to the Sprite direct drive, which is obviously on the Ender 3 S1. So I think before we get any further, we need to get some of this plastic off and actually get inside the machine so we can take a closer look. Okay, so I removed all the plastic. There was quite a lot of plastic. Also, when you take the top off, there are a lot of cable ties that you need to carefully cut off and remove, so that'll then unlock the print head. Now looking inside the machine from the top, we can see the Sprite direct drive system, which looks kind of cool actually. I'm going to have to take you guys off the tripod and get you in there for a closer look. But you can see the Bowden tube feeding down into the top. You can see there's a catch here to feed your filament in and out. This machine looks like it's got some quite cool little features. I noticed inside, down up under this front lip, there's a camera as well, so you can actually watch your prints printing. It does look like there's some LED lighting in there as well. So I'm going to have to get you guys off of this tripod, shove the camera inside the printer, and give you a little look. So there's going to be some camera shake, guys, but there's not much I can do about that. But yeah, so far this thing is actually looking quite cool. Just worth mentioning, the printing size on this machine isn't the biggest in the world. It is 175 by 175 by 165. It's saying it can print with PLA, ABS and PETG. Does have filament detection. Hotbed temperature can reach up to 80 degrees and maximum nozzle temperature is 250 degrees. So it's quite a capable little printer, I must admit. And it looks kind of cool. I do quite actually like this machine. So let's get you guys off the tripod and then we can take a better look around the machine. Right guys, so I've got you off the tripod. I'm afraid to say there is going to be a little bit of camera shake, but There's not much I can do about that, I'm afraid. Now, if you look up at this front lip, now this down here with my hand, this is the front door. So you can see up under here we have a camera, and beside the camera there's a little strip, you can just see here, of some LED lights. Moving around itself, we obviously have the Sprite direct drive itself. Now, if I open the front door, you see here we've got the touch screen and we have SD card slot. Now, opening up the front door, we can see we've got magnetic removable build plate, and then up inside here you can see here is our Sprite direct drive extruder, and with part cooling fan blowing directly onto the end of the nozzle. Actually quite a nice design extruder, slightly different to the one you'll see on the end of 3S1. So it is quite a cool, nice little touch. And then we've got the front door held in place by magnets. There is also a sensor on this front door, so the printer will know when the door has been opened. So I'm guessing that would then stop the print. Now, moving up and around on the side, and we can see here this is where your filament would go in. And down here there's a handle which you can pull out, which then becomes your spool holder. Nice little touch. It's a nice looking little machine, guys. So then if we move you around the back, you can see down here we can change our voltage depending on where we are in the world. Over on the left hand side here we have our power in and power switch, and then we have a few specifications of the printer on this label there. Now, I'm guessing this printer is going to have built-in Wi-Fi, because there's the code we can scan, so we can monitor this on our Creality Cloud app, which would be quite cool. Like I say, you can use that camera for that. So I think next job we need to do is get this up on the workbench, get it plugged in and power it up and go from there, because like I say, there's no bed leveling knobs, so this thing is just print straight from the box. So will it? We'll find out shortly. Alright guys, so I've got you back on the tripod and we've got the printer up on the workbench. I have plugged it in, not powered it on yet, so we're going to be powering this thing on together. So like I said, the on-off switch is located around the back, so let's fire it up and see what happens. Oh. Right, so first things first, when we fire this thing up, we are greeted with this message. Please keep the internal of the cavity empty before clicking. Okay, so there's nothing inside there, so let's click OK. And it looks like the printer is now going to auto home itself. Okay, so it's auto homed itself. Now it's asking us to load some filament. So I'm going to get the camera set up in a better position so you can actually see me load filament into this machine. Okay, so like I said before, filament is loaded into the side. So let's grab a little bit of filament that I've got here. And we're going to feed the filament through, position you guys up a bit, through the hole, down through the Bowden tube. Okay, and then we're going to need to go then push it down through the extruder. Okay, so filament is down to the top of the extruder, so I'm just going to push the catch across without getting too many fingers in the way, and I'm just going to keep feeding the filament down until it reaches the hot end. Okay, which it now has done. I've clicked OK on the screen, and as you can now see, the hot end is heating up to 240 degrees. That's excessively warm for PLA, so just going to have to wait for this to heat up, and once it's heated up we can then proceed to the next step. Okay, so we're near enough up to temperature now, and it's saying when the filament comes out of the nozzle we need to click OK. Now at the moment I can see there's a little bit just dribbling out the end of it while it's heating up. I'm guessing when it reaches 240 degrees it's going to automatically feed the filament through for us, which it is currently doing, and we now have filament coming out of the nozzle, so we can then go back and we can click OK. Alright guys, so before we get too further into this, I think we should have a little look through the actual menus of the printer. So print file, we know it's going to print file. So print mode, we can have a look through print mode, so we can change it to PLA mode, ABS mode, close heating, feed and retreat. And we've got print setup. We can turn the fans in the case on and off. We can turn the lights on and off. We can turn the Wi-Fi on and off. Now I have, at the moment, I have turned off pause while opening the door, because obviously I'm running test prints, I'm making videos for you guys. I'm going to need to be opening and closing this door, and I don't want the printer to keep stopping. So you can actually turn that on, so for any time if you did happen to open the door, the print would actually then pause. We've got auto leveling, and we can move the axes. Right, so now this is where it gets interesting. Creality did say that you can print straight out of the box. Now I did try to print straight out of the box, and for the life of me it wouldn't work. So after scratching my head thinking what am I doing, and I had a complete brain freeze, I was like, oh yeah, we really need to level the bed. So I'm going to show you the bed leveling process on this. It's a bit strange, I must admit. So yeah, I'll walk you through leveling the bed on this printer, and then I can show you what I managed to print. Oh, it's so exciting. Now before we level the bed, we're going to need to preheat the bed and the nozzle. So I am going to preheat the nozzle to 200 degrees, and then I am going to preheat the bed to 60. So once this is heated up, we can then come back and we can go through the auto leveling procedure. Alright guys, so as you can see we are up to temperature, so I am going to click auto leveling. Okay, so it's going to say, it's saying down here that the saved leveling date will be cleared, which is not a problem. Now, even though Creality are claiming that this thing can print straight out of the box, it's not going to happen. This thing has obviously come from China, it's bumped away all across the ocean in a container, been thrown around many times, things are going to be got out of line, and I did try and print without levelling it and I had a massive fail. So guys, don't make that mistake, level your bed first, just level it again. So it is very simple, I'll show you how to do it. So we're just going to click OK, then the machine's going to auto home. Okay, we just need to clear any boogers off the end of the hot end. Okay, so just to show you here, bed is now raising up. You're going to see a lot of hand during this bed levelling process, I'm afraid to say. It's quite awkward because this is quite a confined space. So once this thing has actually homed itself, I can then show you the screen, because some things are going to change. Okay, so we are auto homed, and once the auto home is complete, we're then greeted with this screen. Now, we have to start at point 1. So what you're going to do is grab yourself, I always use a little sticky note, so you can use it upside down on the sticky side and it will then stick to your fingy. Top tip. So going inside the machine, let's get you guys in a little bit closer. hope you can see what I'm about to do. Okay, so we're going to get our piece of paper, we're going to put it underneath the nozzle, then we're going to go back to the screen and we're going to raise and lower the Z. Okay, so I'm currently raising it, and what we're looking for is this piece of paper, just like you would do manually bed leveling your printer, just so we've got a little bit of resistance. We don't want too much, we just want it just touching. Because what I've noticed with this printer, you cannot adjust the Z offset while you're printing. So if you have it down too low or too high, there's nothing you can change while you're printing. So for me, that's just scratching. I'm then going to click save. Okay, and then the print head is then going to move over to point 2. Same process again, paper under. Going to raise the Z up. Okay. A little bit high. Got a little bit of resistance there. I'm then going to click save. And it's then going to move over to point 3. Now I'm going to do the rest of these off camera because there's no point you sitting here for 10 minutes watching me level this bed. So I'll get this leveled and then I'll come back. Okay guys, so I've been round, middle, 4 corners, saved it all, and the bed level is now saved. And then you're then greeted back to the main menu again. So from the main menu you can then go and print your file. So what we'll do next is we'll run off a test print, come back, have a look at the test print, and that's going to end this video guys. And then I can do a follow-up video where I'll finish printing the remaining files that are on the card, and then I'll slice and print some of my own files. So guys, let's get the little ship printed, and then once this is finished printing we'll come back and take a look at what we've printed. And like I say, that is going to be the end of this video guys. So we successfully finished our first print. Now get ready for this. It's absolutely colossal. Don't know if I'm going to actually be able to pick it up. Now here it comes. Ta-da! We printed a little tiny benchy. And it's actually came out quite good. Considering this is sliced by Creality, not myself. As a test file. I'm going to say that is quite an acceptable print. So guys, that is our first little print that we printed on this new Creality Sermoon V1 Pro. So far, I'm liking this little printer. It's quite an awesome wee little beastie. But like I said, I'm going to do a follow-up video where I'll print everything else that's on the SD card. And I will slice and print some of my own files as well, so we can actually see what the quality comes out like. Anyway guys, hope you found this of some use. If you did, please do drop me a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I'm going to leave some links down below in the description for Technology Outlet. There's also going to be some discount codes down there for you as well guys. So that's it for me from No for Waffling on this one. I will catch you all in the next one. Cheerio!